invite to the wedding feast. Let me read it in context. Start from 8. And he said to his servants, to his prophets, to his messengers, to his prophets, to his messengers, those who have the ears to hear, the eyes to see, his servants, his true servants, his true taught ones. This is what if you see this to this day, this is what you're to do today. This is what John did. John wasn't seeking the Pharisees and the scribes. He started healing everybody that was around. He started baptizing everybody that was around. He didn't just baptize. Listen, man. He wasn't seeking the Pharisees and scribes, because when they came along, he basically convicted them. Like, yo, show repentance, show fruit, bear fruit worthy of repentance. This is what he said to them. I'm gonna prove to you that the first servants, the servants who came along in these parables before he finally sent his son, because this is the second parable he broke down. We broke down the first parable, how the servants came first and then the son. So the servants was John. And was he not talking about John? He specifically said he was talking about John coming first, and then his son coming along, himself coming along. And they still didn't humble themselves, and they still didn't accept him as the Messiah. They still didn't accept him as the king, as the son of El. And just to prove to you that this first servant didn't, he basically wasn't seeking, he really wasn't, you know what I mean? He ain't had no rap for the Pharisees. Chapter 3, in Matthew chapter 3, verse 7. And seeing many of the Pharisees and the Sadducees come into his emergence, to his baptisms, he said to them, brood of aiders, who has warned you to flee from the coming wrath? Verse 8, bear their fruit worthy of repentance. Verse 9, and do not think to say to yourselves, we have Abraham as father. For I say to you, your Elohim is able to raise up children to Abraham from these stones. And the axe is already laid to the root of the trees. Every tree then which does not bear fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. This whole chapter, I indeed immerse you in water unto repentance. But he who is coming after me is mightier than I whose sandals I am not worthy to bear. He shall immerse you in the set apart spirit and fire. Not this, and these